Peace. What's going on? This Dutch coming through for another bill just to deal with the kings and queens, gods and goddesses out there, the black nation that we adding on to. The main thing that we was talking about the last time we built was the co-op buying. And I'm big on this because what I'm looking at is the ability to build a nation has to start with a financial infrastructure. We have to have a foundation of how to feed ourselves.
This call is from a North Carolina correctional facility.
Food, clothing, and shelter. Right? That's always been the biggest problem with our people. And all these different causes and all these different religions and all of these different movements have not addressed that while leaving food, clothing, and shelter in the hands of our enemy, right? While we still getting housing from them and getting food from them and getting all of this security from them, we're still not doing for ourselves within our community. And that's why I'm big on this co-op. And it's simple, right? The simplest part is about seeing the strength of your dollar, right? If I walk in the store with $10 and then you walk in behind me with $10, we both can get $10 worth of goods, right? That's just a transaction. But if we put our money together and the entity that we're doing business with is conducive to negotiation, then we have an opportunity to get more bang for our buck by just coming together. Simple as that. We don't have to never see each other again. We don't necessarily even have to be friends, but we have to realize the mutual benefit of acting in cooperation. That's the first step. And that's why I urge you out there, whoever's out there listening, whether you go through your family, your church, a group, whatever it is, your friends, a circle of individuals that trust one another, right? Because think about how these food prices going up, your grocery prices going up, inflation, the tariffs, or what have you. The economic stability is being lost across the country. Therefore, anything that could save us money makes sense, right? So you get your group together, whatever it be. And we talked about a cow, right? A cow might cost you $1,500. And again, that's 10 people putting in $100. But with 10 people putting in that $100, they're going to get $300 worth of meat back, right? That's enough to take you through the next 2 or 3 months. Whereas though you can save from your food bill for 3 months your meat consumption. And you can even eat more meat because you'll have more access to it. That's all co-op buying is about. Buy a cow, eat it, repeat. That's where we start at. We don't have to get fancy with it. We don't have to go any further than that, but we have to deal with the concepts of being able to invest in our own consumption. If we're going to consume it, let's make our dollar stretch, right? And then let's take it a little deeper. A whole church, 5 churches, a whole city, right? We all come together and we coordinate our grocery buying every month, right? Because everybody goes to the grocery store pretty much, maybe, we go for odds and ends, but there's always a time when we go for our bulk buying. Right, and let's all coordinate it for the first of the month. Let's use that for example. Now let's say it's a half a city. I'm being facetious just to make the point. But if we have 5 or 6, 7 churches and different families all coming together, and we can come up with 150,000, right? Now when we walk into Walmart, we need to see the manager. We don't need to see the cashier. We need to see the person who's running this joint. And say to them, we have $150,000, and we're going to spend $150,000 with you every month. Here is the list that we want, right? And everybody's going to get double. That's our starting point. That's our negotiation tactic. We want double everything we would have got had we walked in there by ourselves. Now, they may not be conducive to a double. They might say, well, we'll give you 30%. We'll say, well, we want 45%, and we negotiate until we come to an agreement. But the whole point is you'll be getting 35% more for your money simply by buying in bulk. That's it. Right? There's nothing else about it. And I emphasize that, and I really want you to really think about that. Do the knowledge, man. Go online, look up these prices, see what'll happen if by buying in bulk. Look at other entities that have used co-op buying. Sometimes they use it for housing, sometimes they use it for businesses. Whatever. That's down the line. The first thing we have to do, again, is deal with our basic necessities, which is food, clothing, and shelter. Right? Think about that. Please.